Brandon here. Time for more Brandon's boy problems. So I'm realizing that for some reason I'm having like much better consistency from guys that are like DL married, don't speak English than I am from like openly gay men, and it's giving me flashbacks of my college years. So I kind of just feel like this is how it was. Like, is this just like a Northeast thing where like even in college, I felt like if I go out with a gay guy, it's like one date, never see them again, hook up, never see them again. But then if it's like a DL bi closeted guy, it's like consistency. Like, I don't get it. And it's like, I mean, I have always enjoyed hooking up with like these straight guys, even though it's like obviously they aren't straight. Like, and it's whatever, but it's just weird to me that it's like the most consistent guy I've been with since moving to New York is a DL Dominican that's married with kids, but like the wife and kids are back in the Dominican Republic, so like they're not like an issue. But like we talk every day, I get good morning texts, good night texts, like talk all throughout the day, see each other at least like weekly. So it's like that's the most consistency I've had so far since I moved here. And it's like there's been other guys that I liked, like especially even openly gay guys, but then it's like they're flaky and then I just never see them again. Or like I've also had guys where like I'll go out with them and then it's like a week or like a month later they're like moving away outside the city and I'm like, you didn't tell me that in the beginning. So it's like the constant struggle, but then maybe it is the whole like gays are more susceptible to like inconsistent work and finances, so everyone's always so self-absorbed and like focusing on themselves. And then again, like so many of these guys in New York already are in relationships anyway. It's like they're not even like the DL ones, it's also just like the openly gay guys that are like all in open relationships. Everyone's like open poly now. It's very like, why is everyone taken already? And it's like so weird to me. I just don't get it. But I mean, ideally, I want my own man. Like, I would love to find a boyfriend here. I would love consistency. Like, I am still new to New York, so like I am still exploring my options, enjoying going on dates, enjoying meeting different people. So I'm still trying and putting myself out there, but I mean, ideally the goal is to find a boyfriend, but it's really, really difficult when it's like the only consistent guys or the most consistent guys are like the DL ones or like the ones I'm like not really attracted to. So it's like, why is this my dating life? Like, I feel like Atlanta and dating there was not easy, but I felt like it was so much easier with, I guess, consistency from like actual getting it with gay men. But then again, they were bums that were struggling and didn't have a career, didn't have finances, so it's like easy to spend your time with your man, especially when your man has his own place and you don't, so they're like fucking homeless. So it's like I don't want to deal with that again. Like, I have no tolerance for bums or broke guys anymore. But it's like, why is it the DL married man that doesn't speak English is the one that I'm having the best relationship with so far? Like, and I don't like, and it's weird because it's like I feel like there's hints of him being jealous when he'll ask me about other guys and other things. So like, I can't tell if he's joking, but I'm also kind of like, bro, you are married. Like, you have no right to even ask me about who else I'm seeing, who else I'm involved with, if I'm getting with other guys, or even feeling any sense of jealousy. It's like, I'm not yours. And it's like, I don't want to deal with like crazy Dominican man. Like, I've heard like Dominican men can be crazy, possessive, jealous, or I heard that about Latino men in general. And I'm like, you are married. Like, I could not deal with like a psycho DL Dominican boyfriend when I'm like, even though obviously would never be my boyfriend, I would never date a man that's married. Like, it's just for fun. But it's just crazy. And it's also like he said, like he wants to like cook together, do all this other stuff, and I'm like, why am I not getting this with gay men? But it's also like the gay men I meet here that I like the most too are in some like green card marriage, living with their ex, in a poly open relationship. So it's kind of just like every situation I've experienced here in New York is like messy, but then again, this is like gay dating everywhere. It's like the gays are just always in some bullshit, and it's like, why is dating like this? Like, why can't I just find a hot single man that's emotionally available, physically available, wants to be with me and only me? And yeah, why is that impossible? But it's just a lot to deal with. It is just crazy, like just realizing like, wow, like the guy I really am like most involved with doesn't even speak English. Like I literally have to use a translator app to communicate with him, and I barely speak Spanish. Like it is rough. I mean, if I found at least a French man, I'd at least be able to communicate more. But it is very ironic and also just crazy. Like this is the situation, but again, this is my own crazy situation. It's like everything dating in New York gay is going to be some crazy wild situation. I guess my crazy situation is the man I've had the most chemistry and best relationship so far with is DL, married, doesn't speak English, but c'est la vie because that's just the cards I've been dealt. But I am in no way like attached or committed to this man. I do really like him, and I do feel happier when I see him, and I do like being involved with him, but it's also like, yeah, this has no future, it's never gonna go anywhere, you're married, so I'm enjoying it while it lasts. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Branden's Boy Problems.